Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is another journal with me. I'm going to be documenting a trip to Tredegar House, which is a National Trust property in Wales. Here I'm choosing a page to work on, and I decide on a couple of pages near the front of my journal. The ephemera I have today is a National Trust leaflet and a ticket. I also have some photos. I always like to start by cutting all my bits and pieces down to size, so that when I start working out where they will go on the page, it makes it easier. I have about 6 photos I want to add into my journal. I have a photo of the house, a picture of me and my husband, and some pictures of the grounds and gardens. There is also a picture of the carpet from inside the house. It was super pretty. I'm having a look at the leaflet and seeing what parts I would like to use. Sometimes I like to keep the whole thing, other times I like to cut it up. It just varies. I absolutely love this illustrated portion of the leaflet, and I knew I definitely wanted to include it on my spread somewhere. It's very rare to find an illustration like this in the National Trust leaflets. I've used lots in my journals before, and I don't remember seeing anything like this. I do end up using quite a bit of the leaflet in different areas on the spread. It's a really fun way to use it because you only end up using the pieces that you really want to keep. I end up cutting more of the leaflet up, and then I just start placing the items down on the page, figuring out where everything is going to fit. I must admit that once the page was finished, I didn't like it, and now that I've looked at it lots, I don't dislike it anywhere near as much, and that's because at the time, I told myself to find 3 to 5 things that I really liked about the page, and that really changed my view on how I saw the page, and now the page is okay. It's not my favourite, but at least I don't dislike it anymore. So if you ever find yourself not liking how a page has turned out, try to find a couple of things that you do like about the page. You may find that it changes your view of whether you like the spread or not. So you can see now that the page is slowly coming together. This piece of clear paper I was just tearing down with my ruler was some vellum, and I thought it would act as a nice go-between between the black and white photograph and the colour photo. The vellum takes away some of the brightness of the colour photo, but it still shows you that there is something there, and I'm going to be attaching it in a way that you can lift up and see the colour photo in full. Now I'm happy with how the page is starting to look, I'm going to start sticking things down into my journal. So this piece that I'm using a glue stick on is a scrap of wrapping paper, and I really like the floral design on it. And I'm actually working on top of some tea-dyed paper, so I'm just making sure that it's stuck down really well. And then I'm using a piece of leaflet that I trimmed down earlier on the back of this vintage linen printable. It is available in my shop, it's in pack number 4. And I'm just going to be attaching it into my journal with a piece of washi tape. This washi tape is by the brand MT, and that just creates a flip out page for some extra space. I'm going to be using double-sided tape on all of my photos in this journaling session. And then what I'm going to be doing with this vellum piece and black and white photograph from the leaflet is staple it to the top of the page so that you can lift it up and see the colour photo underneath. And I'm just using my Tim Holtz tiny attacher for that. And then with this photograph, I'm going to be backing it on a scrap of tea-dyed paper just to help it stand out from that floral paper. This photograph was taken inside the house. It was some carpet from one of the rooms and I just thought it was really pretty. So that tea-dyed paper just adds a little border to the photo and I like how that looks a lot better. There was a little gap between the illustrated piece of paper and the floral paper that's already on the page, and I decided to cover it up with another scrap of paper. This was just in my little scrap box and it fitted in perfectly in that gap. And I love using scraps of paper in this way because you can create a really nice collaged background with them. I had a really difficult time choosing where to place this photo, so I do end up coming back to it in a little bit. I'm trimming down a little bit more of the leaflet because there were some little gaps on the page I thought it would fit really well in. And I decided with the photo that I was going to cut around it. Now, this isn't my idea. I've seen Johanna do it recently and Inda, who is Rookie Journal on YouTube and Instagram. I've also seen someone else do it on Instagram, but unfortunately I can't remember the name of it. And I must admit, I'm not entirely sure whether I like it or not, but it was really fun to try something different. As you can see, I still wasn't 100% sure on the photo, so I flip over the page and work on this lined ledger paper. With the ticket, I'm making sure that I stick it down so it shows up underneath the vintage linen, and I really like how that will look. And then I decided to just go ahead and stick the photo of my husband and I down onto the vintage linen, and I like the fact that you can see National Trust support underneath our photo. And then I'm just having a little play around with these pieces from the leaflet, and I really like them on this side of the page. It just fills in those gaps on that paper. And you can see here I've done my journaling off camera. I've written straight on the tea-dyed paper, on a label, and also on top of the vintage linen. This Discover sticker is from one of the Create Paper papery packs. I'm not sure which collection it was from, but it's one of those sort of washi stickers, and I really like how that looks on top of the leaflet. And now I'm just going in with some washi tape to decorate these photos and page a little bit further. And now I'm going in with the finishing touches, so I like to do this by adding lots of different stickers. And I'm just adding them all over the place to where there's a gap or where I think it needs something extra. And all of these stickers here are by Create Paper or Maggie Holmes. That butterfly sticker that I stuck down, I absolutely love it, and I've been waiting for the perfect page, and I think it looks really nice there. And one of the last things I do is go in with some colouring pencils. The page didn't seem quite finished to me, and I don't know, I just needed to add something else and I wasn't too sure what to add. So because there is some yellow on the page, on the butterfly and the tree on the illustrated piece of paper and the National Trust symbol, I thought it would be fun to go in with a yellow pencil. So I'm just adding a few bits and pieces here and there, nothing fancy, but I really like how that adds just a little bit of extra something. And these are the finished pages. Like I mentioned earlier, I don't love this spread, but it's okay. I really hope you enjoyed watching the pages come together and it gave you some ideas and inspiration for your own journal. Here's a closer look at some of the smaller details. I hope you're all doing really well. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.